be straight with you. I think we're past the point where I just want to use you to further my own goals. I may be starting to like you. Now, I don't want you thinking your pal Rose is going soft on you, so let me just say this. If you ever get it in your head to screw me over, I will gut you with this here saw and string your entrails up like Christmas tinsel. Nothing personal.
up, responders. The food processing machines at Mama Dolce's have finally cooled down enough to work again. I've set them up to make cans of stew using the ingredient containers spread around the factory. The machines make a hell of a racket, so you'll probably get some unwanted guests.
I know there's a restricted section of the university. You think the students never noticed who comes and goes?
It does not matter what you may have seen or heard before you graduated, overseer. That is not my concern. Oh, I need one of those. Come here. Discuss this request of and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed. All clear. The overseer mentioned there would be more people coming. Assuming there even is a restricted section, and I am not verifying that, neither of you have Volta University credentials. Protocols on this matter are clearly established and will be strictly enforced. They will not be circumvented. Faculty and staff determine who goes where in this university, not former students.
I might be the only human being connected to this place that's still alive. My authority doesn't override yours?
No, it does not. And for the record, I was the dissenting opinion on fast-tracking your overseer assignment. You are not pushing your way through me. The condition of the outside world is not my problem. I see neither of you are going to relent. Very well. There is a problem you can help me with. This university needs graduates, and while your overseer has already been through the program, you are living and breathing enough to join this year's class.
This is ridiculous. Even if we had 4 years to waste, which we don't, the university is empty. There's no professors anymore.
Emergency protocols allow the Mr. Handy janitorial staff to run entrance straight through to the final exam. Their ability to run the vault simulation is experimental, but more than adequate for the task. Producing quality graduates is the very foundation of my purpose. A purpose that has gone unfulfilled for far too long. You will be given a scenario that you need to accomplish in the vault simulation area. The handies will play as the residents you need to oversee. Glad we agree. In this test scenario, your vault has divided into factions. You must resolve the conflict any way you see fit. Your chief of security will fill you in on the details. Good luck.
I'm not familiar with this test scenario. Professor Bott must have come up with it on his own. A vault simulation run by robots. Be prepared for anything.
Citizens will not be harmed. This area false alarm standing down protocol.
You the new overseer? Heck of a boiling pot you're stepping into. Little tiff between the engineers and the med staff is ready to blow. I don't quite know how to respond to that. Getting back to it, there was a reactor leak. Kellerman, head engineer's apprentice, rushed in to fix it. Poor kid got a full dose of rads. That's not the worst of it. Dr. Loris, head of the medical team, refused to send in help. Quarantined the reactor area so nobody died trying to go in there. Head engineer Brass accused the doctor of murder. Then, a couple days later, people noticed that one of the doctor's assistants, Estella, was missing. Everyone thinks it's a revenge killing. An eye for an eye. No. There's no evidence, no weapon, not one speck of blood. I'm at a loss, Overseer. Need you to make sense of all this. Sorry I couldn't be of more help. That's good to hear, Overseer. I'll be here if you need me.
Just remember, the goal of all these simulations is to keep the vault running, and under your authority.
Overseer, huh? We'll see. Not yet. No. Yes, Overseer? Don't care what security says. Dr. Loris had no right to quarantine the reactor. Leaving Kellerman to die? Murder. That's all there is to it. I want justice, Overseer. Did they tell you how me and my crew scoured every inch of this vault looking for her? Yeah, that's right. Every loose access panel and every vent. You think I wanted anyone else to die? The only one here that cold-blooded is Dr. Loris. He proved that with Kellerman. Couldn't, could we? Only Loris and his staff have access once an area is quarantined. No. Half this vault thinks he did the right thing. You do anything to him now, that split will turn violent. I want him exposed. Prove to everyone that he's the bad gear in this vault's engine. Then we're done here. What is it?
We should keep moving. The sooner we're done, the better.
Ah, Overseer. I'm so glad you've stepped into this little mess of ours. I'm sure you'll resolve the matter swiftly. Oh, no. There's a full medical staff. They're bandying about somewhere, as usual. I don't have a feud with Brass. He has a feud with me. I'm only doing my job, Overseer, looking out for the health of the vault. And I'm sorry to say that, in my medical opinion, the chief engineer is suffering from paranoia and revenge fixation. We can't let that fester. Oh, nasty business. But I'm not going to apologize for it. It had to be done. As doctors, we take an oath to do no harm. But sometimes, we have to choose between saving one life or saving several. Simple. You can authorize me to place the head engineer under medical supervision. A combination of chems and therapy will do the rest. There might be some protest, but I think our combined authority will keep that to a minimum. Some treatments can seem horrible at first, but it's the welfare of the patients and everyone around them that we must concern ourselves with. But it's your decision, of course. Let me know if you want to discuss it again later.
Something else, Overseer? Said it before. I want everyone to see him for the murderer he is. Loris put on a good show when he quarantined the reactor area. But what if more happened than folks remember? A few selective edits to the security recordings, and we can make sure everyone sees Loris for what he really is. Now, I can't just waltz into the security office. But you could, being the Overseer and all. You're out then? Fine. Hope your moral compass doesn't send us all careening off a cliff.
He's laying it on a little thick, but good on you for showing some integrity. There's a better way. We'll find it.
How can I help? I'm afraid I can't really comply with that request, Overseer. The reactor is under quarantine. The radiation could kill you. No, I don't mean to be impertinent, but I can't in good conscience send you to certain death.
If this simulation is like the original...
I'm at your service.
There's probably
Like I said.
in his office we can grab. Or just pick the lock on the reactor door. Vault simulation, run by robots. Be prepared for anything.
Stella, Dr. Loris's assistant. I snuck into the reactor to help Kellerman, but there's not enough time. The reactor is going to go critical. I'm dosing Kellerman with enough right away so he can finish fixing it. But the radiation is going to get us. At least the vault will be safe.
Just remember, the goal of all these simulations is to keep the vault running, and under your authority.
Do you have a question, Overseer? It's not really my place to say, Overseer. But taking either of them in could spell trouble. They each have a loyal team to call on. You found her? Poor lass. I'm guessing she didn't make it. Let's take a listen then. So she wasn't murdered. She was trying to save Kellerman. Two of them ended up saving us all. This is big news, Overseer. We take this to Brass and Loris, it could end the infighting for good. At once, Overseer! Everyone gather in the common area. We have an important announcement from the Overseer.
What's this about, Robinson? I have charts to update.
Maybe the Overseers finally decided to throw your murderous backside in jail.
That's enough! The Overseer has discovered what happened to Estella. This holotape proves she went into the quarantined reactor area on her own. She and Kellerman saved the vault.
They work together? Medical and engineering?
Oh, we've been fools, Brass. Bickering like two old men while the young ran off to solve our problems. It should have been us.
I actually agree with you there.
So that's it then? No more arguing? You'll both work under the Overseer's authority?
Yes.
Yeah. It's the right thing to do.
Good job. That's a solution any overseer should be proud for getting to. Everyone learns we have to work together.
Well, it appears you passed the test, barely exceeding my low expectations of you, including that if you remain in the area, this notice required by law. Your success is simply a reminder of the falling standards I must now deal with. You are lucky. We grade on a curve. You are now an official graduate of Vault-Tec University, entitled to access to the restricted wing. Back down in the vault, simulation space is a maintenance area. It conceals a secondary room that I believe will have what you are looking for. Yes, Overseer, I suppose it was. Congratulations on one of your residents passing the program. And You must be proud. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed. Your attempted escape is only making things worse for you.
It. Somewhere past this maintenance area is the restricted ring.
Who's ready to have their ass kicked?
Here. This has to be it. Let's see what they left behind.
Welcome, esteemed members of Congress and our armed services, to a very special vault deck presentation. time immemorial. And in the event of nuclear war, this precious resource will once again become invaluable to rebuilding America's economic future. That is why Vault-Tec has been commissioned to build a different and very real vault. Named for the atomic number of the metal it will guard, Vault 79 will be the new home for all of America's gold reserves. Fort Knox will secretly be retired and emptied. Its gold bullion transported to the new vault, where it will be safe behind Vault-Tec's top-of-the-line automated security. Biometric recognition to verify authorized personnel. Sophisticated laser grid fields to ward off intruders. And, in the unlikely event of a breach, military-grade defensive turret systems built in partnership with our friends at Robco. All of this, along with Vault-Tec's signature lead-lined containment walls, airtight construction, fusion-powered generators, and automated manufacturing facilities. Vault 79, a golden future for the America we all know and love. Brought to you by Vault-Tec.
For once, the rumor mill gets it right. America's gold reserves are in that vault. Not as much today, but that's just it. Put aside the base instinct of hoarding wealth. What could we do with a vault full of precious metals? Just listen, as closely as you can. What has gold always been used for in human history? Money. We could create our own currency. One with a legitimate authority backed by a real resource. No more barter or wild, unregulated proxies. It won't happen overnight, but one day we could have leverage to create a new economy. Property rights. Taxes, laws, a government. We won't be able to do it alone. We need help. Even more importantly, we need people to buy in, to see that gold as their future. Fortunately, you just made contact with two large groups of people who both seem to have their own talents. Not my first pick, but it's hard to argue with your point. Do me a favor. Talk to them both. Get all the options on the table.
scorched or the ferals don't get you, Red.
This is a nice place. Never was much of a builder myself. Why do they keep assigning me maintenance duty? How am I gonna make night without more combat rotations?
If you ain't with us,
Only cowards hide behind a skull.
Faxel don't get his shit together. Him and his team are gonna end up being targeted.
I think it's time it was settled. This one too.
Looks like your little inoculation worked like a charm. We've established your usefulness, but don't mistake our gratitude for hospitality. Yet here you are. It tells me you're not here just to waste my time. You want something. And it must be important, else you wouldn't be barging in here like you run the place. Out with it.
No way in hell I'm scavenging out there.
The hell you can't. But you came here anyway, so you best not be playing with me. Are you gonna keep wearing out your welcome? Or are you gonna tell me what it is you came to tell me? Now you gotta be smart enough to know I ain't gonna promise you anything. It's just where we're at, 7-6. So if you want something from me, you better get to talking. Well, if that don't pique my interest, please, go on. What exactly, pray tell, is inside this Vault 79?
Always speaking in riddles.
You playing with me, fool? You better out with it before you try my patience. What's in the vault? Ooh, wrong answer. You want my help, and you tell me what we're getting out of it. Simple as that. This is a fascinating turn of events, ain't it? The things I could buy with that gold. You know, I heard rumors about it round here. Of course, the last sucker who tried to use the location of the trove as a bargaining chip is still dangling from a wire outside as we speak. Liars get wires, you dig? So let's pretend for a moment I don't believe you.
We're thinking of
What you got to convince
train
me?
tracks by a foundation. See if we can't shake down a few people and find some good stuff. Want in?
No way. I'm walking all the way down there. Furthest out
Whoa,
I-
whoa, whoa, whoa! Now hold on just a hot minute. I didn't say I wasn't interested. What's your deal? Got plans for this thing or what?
Live. That's what. Who knows what scorch beasts or wendigos or
Shit.
other bullshit.
You know I could just kill you and take this, right? You got a lot to learn before you can roll with us, 7-6. Ooh, I like the cut of your jib. Maybe there is hope for you. Toss it up on the board and let's see what you got here.
What kind of trouble did he get into this
I can't believe Rose is still
Appalachia
going
belongs to
strong
us.
at top of
There
the
ain't
world.
nobody that can prove me wrong.
I thought she'd just be rusted scrap metal by now.
That's only because nothing can get to her. You ever see a scorched or super mutant take an elevator? They're too stupid.
Can't push a button, but they can fire a gun?
Stupid man.
You're either full of
Always
shit or you've been
speaking
hanging out
in
with a
riddles.
bunch way too long.
All right. Seems pretty legit. You want something, you take it. It's the only way to live. I assume you're coming to me because we got the skills to get into this here vault. But you know, we ain't gonna do this out of the goodness of our hearts, baby doll. Oh, no, no. I'm gonna expect a significant cut of the goods inside. So we're gonna have ourselves an agreement here, see? I supply the people power. You supply the location. We all get inside, we nab the goods, you get a nice fair little cut, and we all make out like bandits, you dig?
Never should have thrown in with that guy in the first place.
You showing your cards early, 7-6. Look, I may be a nasty cutthroat survivor, but I stick by my word. I won't yank your chain. Not like that bitch Rose. I don't know, 50% of whatever we take in? Now remember who's gonna do all the heavy lifting in there. If the treasure's half as good as you say, it should be more than enough to set you up for life. And if you impress me enough, maybe you get to roll with us. That is, long as you're cool with people calling you a raider.
I heard this white stuff's hell in the eyes. Gives you a few ideas, doesn't it?
Yeah? Well, I'd like my mama back from the dead in a world that ain't burned up like a post-nuclear turkey dinner. We don't always get what we want. Look, I know it ain't what you want to hear, but maybe you get a little bonus if you prove you're worth it, alright? So, first things first. We gotta have a plan to crack that big-ass vault door wide open, right? Easy peasy, light and breezy. That's a job for Lucky Lou, our demo expert. If he can't explode it, then it ain't from this earth. Now, Lou can be a real shut-in, on account of his, skin condition. But I trust him more than just about anybody. Why don't you go see him in his room down below? Introduce yourself. Fill him in on the plan, then do whatever prep work he needs you to do, you dig?
I got my own problems to worry about.
aside from the fact Lou ain't exactly what I call a people person, he looks like one of them ghouls you see shambling around up there. Only he still maintains all the other stuff that makes us human. Don't worry, he ain't gonna bite. But some of the others don't much appreciate his appearance, so he keeps to himself. Works out, because he's a bit of a hermit anyway. Right on, 7-6. Do your thing. Just try to keep this on the down low, alright? I don't want the entire camp knowing what's going on yet. Only tell who I say to tell, you dig?
What kind of trouble did he get into this time?
The Scorch better watch out now that I drank that inoculation shit. I'm gonna tear them to pieces and they can't do nothing about it.
That drink didn't make you invincible, you idiot. They can still kill you.
The hell? You seem I drank that nasty crap for nothing?
Yeah, you can't see my
You're an
cards.
idiot.
You wouldn't understand. This place is too crowded for me. All I want to do is get out of this place, get my radio set up somewhere, and talk about the world. How it is now. You get me? I feel like a caged animal, man. I need to get out of this place. I need the open air. You get me? Look, I got this dream. It eats me up inside. I've been traveling with this crowd for a while, and well, I need to get away. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. I still want to stop by and hang out with them, see the sights, but I need quiet, calm. I need to hear the world. I got a radio. I know some people. Got a buddy here in Crater, a hunter pal out in Foundation. Know some people all over. I know people, man. Seriously? Whoa, that's out of this world. You got space for me there, right? I don't need much. I just need open airwaves, baby. Here, take my radio. Set it up at your place. I gotta make some plans. Tell some buddies. Tell my mom. Yeah, my mom. This is the best day! Oh, man! I'll see you soon. Yes! My life is really turning around. Everybody on the radio is gonna be so impressed!
What kind of trouble did he get into this time?
Yeah, not sure I got time for you, pal. Sorry.
Look who we have here.
Always speaking in riddles. Could be.
Fisher comes across cool, but I don't trust
You're the new guy, aren't you? I seen you talking with Meg and poking around. What brings you to me? Oh. Heh. That was funny, yeah. But really, what can I do for you? Questions? Oh, sure. What sort of questions? I suppose you haven't seen Lou yet? With all respect, Lou's not easy to look at. When the radiation flooded Pittsburgh, it left him changed. Skin melted off, but still alive. Still more or less human. I get the impression he wasn't very sociable to begin with, and that just made it worse. He gets anxious around people, and people get anxious around him. But everyone knows he's useful around here, so he lives tucked away. It works. Sure, and I'll ask again, what brings you here? Lou, huh? I didn't know he was gone. Maybe he was just tired of being cooped up in that hole of his and went for some fresh air? Well, yes, I do. There's a lookout camp over yonder, on the other side of the valley, where he likes to go and, clear his head. You'll likely find him there. Just the location. I'll mark it on your map. Godspeed, sir.
Never should have thrown in with that guy in the first place.
of my face. This place sucks. We were better off up north.
Well, look at Mr. Fancy Pants here. Strolling up all confident like to a bunch of raiders. You stupid? Or you just got a death wish? I thought there was something familiar about you. You're the one who did the, vaccine thing, right? You must have impressed her. She don't let just any wastelander work jobs for her. Especially not no vault person like you. What's your deal? Yo, I'll be wasting more than your time if you talk to me like that again. But to get you out of my face, here's what's what. Lou never comes out this way. If he ain't on a job, he's huddled away in his little mole hole back at the base. Who told you he'd be out here at the lookout camp? Or else what? That a threat? You really want to throw down with me? I'll make sure your head winds up on a pole back at the crater. You asked for it!
I hate it when things get messy. It's gonna be a while before I get that image out of my head.
Why do they keep assigning me maintenance? How am I gonna make night without more combat rotations?